Hi everyone and welcome to today's video in which I'm going to be sharing with you some of my top picks, my top all-time favourite products that I would recommend to you in any of the forthcoming Christmas holiday sales. This is very much inspired by the Sephora VIB Insider sale that they have on at the moment, which runs till the 6th of November. I do not live in the US or Canada, so I do not get to partake in the Sephora sale. I did used to live in Canada, so I did used to partake very much so in the sales this side of the world. We do not have the point system that they have in America. However, I'm going to let you into a little secret. I very, very rarely pay full price for anything, whether it's Googling for a discount code, waiting for the sales. I will 90% of the time get money off any makeup product that I buy. So if you are living in the UK or Ireland or in Europe, there are loads of places that are going to be doing sales and that actually do discount codes probably once a week. But not only that, they have regular sales on. So whether it's ASOS, Cult Beauty, Beauty Bay, Sephora, there are so many places where you can get discounts on makeup and beauty products. There's so many Christmas and holiday sales coming up. So whether you've had your eye on something for yourself, whether you're looking for Christmas presents or just a little bit of a treat for yourself, I've got some of my all-time favorite makeup products that I would like to share with you. I am not going to pick products from every single category. I literally just thought about my makeup and I thought about all the products that I use and which ones I would continue to repurchase and which are kind of holy grails to me. So hopefully you will find this useful in some way or another. So as you'll notice as we go through the list, not all of these are brand new products. Some are years old and they are just complete old faithfuls to me. So I think we'll start with some of the base products that I love. I've only picked one skincare product and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and the reason why I put it on this list is because it is so flipping expensive. I absolutely refused to try this cream for years. I only tried this for the first time, I think it was the beginning of this year. I kind of hate that I loved it. I just want to tell you why I rate this product, and it's not because oh it's Charlotte Tilbury and everything by Charlotte Tilbury is amazing. To be real, it's not. And this is a super expensive product. It depends on what you like in a base. I really love a super glowy and luminous base. This gives me a super amount of hydration and it leaves my skin looking really plump and healthy. And another reason why I love it is that it eliminates the need for a primer. Now, obviously it depends on your skin type. My skin type is kind of normal to dry in the winter. I never really feel the need to have a primer, but this is an amazing primer for my makeup. My makeup just sits so nicely over the top of it, and it also contains an SPF. So it's kind of a 3-in-1 for me. Another thing I like about this is that a little bit goes a really, really long way. So it does tend to last quite a while. And also you can get refillables. So that does bring the cost down just a little bit. Next product is from Charlotte Tilbury, and oh, I just love this product. It is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have this in the shade 4, and I think a lot of people are confused by this product. Is it a primer? Is it a highlighter? Is it a foundation? I think you can actually use it however you see fit. When I use this underneath my foundation, it's the only time I can guarantee getting compliments on my skin. And I actually feel like a bit of a fraud. People are like, oh my God, you've got such beautiful skin, but it's not. It's this. It's this. It makes my skin look so nice. I actually love to use this in the summer on its own with just a little bit of concealer and I'm good to go. Again, it depends. Do you like a glowy base? It's not greasy. It doesn't look shiny. It just looks really beautiful and, you know, lit from within, that kind of vibe. This is definitely it. I could not be without this. Now, concealers is one of my favourite parts of doing my makeup. I just love to find really good concealers. And 2 of my favourite concealers were released this year. The first one is the Tower 28 Swipe Serum Concealer. And I did a separate video on this when I compared it to the House Labs. It's just beautiful. It is so hydrating, but still gives you that level of coverage. And what I love about the Tower 28 is I can use it all over my face and it just blends so beautifully. You could absolutely get away with using this as a foundation. And for mature under eyes, where, you know, I've got fine lines, no matter what, if I put product over my fine lines, the product is going to sit into them. But I can tell you now that with these two concealers, so the Tower 28 and the next one, the Natasha Denona Hyglam Concealer, this is very minimal. The Natasha Denona Hyglam Concealer, I didn't pick this up for a while because some of my favourite YouTubers were a bit unsure about it. It shows you that you fancy something, go and pick it up and try it out, because this is amazing. I have the Natasha Denona under my eyes today. If you have mature under eyes but you still want coverage from a concealer, the Natasha Denona Hyglam or the Tower 28 Swipe Serum, you cannot go wrong with either of these. And the reason that I love the both of them is that I don't need to powder them. I don't need to set either of them, and that is really unusual for me because I have under eye hollows, I usually would powder, but with these two I can swipe and be on my way. They are absolutely beautiful. Now, foundations, one of them is new, one of them is not old, but it's not new. One of my all-time favorites is the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation, and the newer out of the two is the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I feel like both of the foundations are quite similar, so they give a really nice luminosity to the skin but not completely dewy. I think that they both do kind of set down but not enough to make you look powdery or matte. They're definitely luminous foundations. The Nars Light Reflecting, I have this in the shade Patagonia, and that's what I have on today. I love this as an everyday foundation. It is so hydrating to apply. It kind of almost feels serum-like on the skin. It's really beautiful and moisturizing, and I just love the luminosity that it gives me. It doesn't settle into any of my lines, and it's the same as the House Labs. None of them are opposed to my mature skin because I do have fine lines, I do have wrinkles, and these two do not sit into either of them. The House Labs I have in the shade 210. I love this for when I'm looking for a little bit more coverage than the Nars Light Reflecting. This just gives me a little bit more, but it's absolutely buildable, so it covers a little bit more of my uneven skin tone. Any blemishes, it will absolutely cover those, but it just looks stunning. And also paired with the Flawless filter, these two are amazing. Absolutely two beautiful foundations for mature skin. Moving on to palettes now, I'm actually choosing two palettes from the same brand, and they are both Natasha Denona. They have their similarities, but I'm going to tell you why I chose these two. First of all, I've chosen the Natasha Denona Glam Face palette, and this is in the shade Light, and it comes with 5 eyeshadows, which are all kind of neutral, warm tones, and it comes with a cream blush and a highlighter. Highlighter is a bit of a champagne colour. Blush is described as corally, muted coral colour, but actually it's really subtle on the cheeks. And the reason that I love this is because I reach for it so much. I think it's really good if you're not very confident with your eyeshadow and what goes where. This actually tells you which is the transition, which is the crease, which is the outer corner shade. It tells you where to put the shimmers, and honestly, the shimmers are absolutely to die for. They're really beautiful metallic colours, and they are absolutely popping on the eyes. They're beautiful, and I love how this is just so good for travel. It's actually a dark one of these, which I've not tried, probably just as good, but this definitely suits me, my skin tone and my preferences. I love every single part of this palette, and I use every single bit of it. Then the second one is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. Just a perfect everyday palette. The one thing that draws me towards this palette is the fact that it's predominantly cool toned, which is very unusual in my collection. I tend to be drawn towards warm or neutral colours, but I just love every single shade in this pan. I think that it's a really good investment. I think it's a really good everyday palette, every day that can switch to night. It's absolutely stunning. The quality of the shades in both of these palettes are second to none. They are absolutely brilliant investments, and I don't think you can go wrong with either of these. Couldn't do a recommendations video without talking about the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. I love these, as you know. Been here and watched any of my videos before, I just love these. They are so pigmented, they're so easy to work with, and they last forever. They are so worth every single penny. But I actually just wanted to recommend one shade in particular. I think it's a shade that people would ordinarily be a little bit afraid of. This is the shade Happy. It's a real vibrant pink, but as you can see, when you apply it onto the skin, really subtle. It's quite often the case with makeup products and makeup shades. They look really scary and really daunting, but when you actually use them, you realize how subtle they are and how beautiful and flattering they are. And I think the shade Happy would be really flattering on so many skin tones. I've seen people with really fair skin, this looking beautiful on them, and also with darker skin than me, and it just comes out looking so gorgeous. Just a few more products to go now, and I did want to recommend a bronzer, and this is the Nars Laguna cream bronzer. I think this is a beautiful bronzer. This is in the shade Laguna 2. It's just so easy to work with. You know, if you're afraid of bronzers and you're afraid of cream products, I think this is a really good starter. One of these will last you for absolutely ages. It's really buildable, and it's just really flattering on mature skin. Would definitely recommend if you're in the hunt for a cream bronzer. There are lots of mascaras that I love. No matter what mascara I use, I always come back to this one, and nobody ever talks about it. It's the Armani Eyes to Kill. This mascara has been my favourite for years. So this is what the wand looks like. It's quite a big wand, but it's not absolutely massive. I cannot stand mascaras where the brush is bigger than my head. You know, like the ones that you just cannot get around your lashes. And I don't have the biggest lashes in the world, but this mascara, I just think, gives you length, it gives you volume, it gives you lovely, beautiful lashes every single time. It literally has never let me down. You can just tell that the formula is quality. You know, it's not clumpy, it's not too wet. It's just, yeah, it's just really perfect. I don't think I'll ever find a mascara that I love more than this Armani Eyes to Kill. Really would recommend this. I just wanted to share two lip products with you. The first is the Dior Addict lipsticks. First of all, the packaging, I mean, gorgeous, absolutely lovely. I love having a glossy lip, but a lot of the time I will reach for a lip gloss and I will find them really sticky and uncomfortable to wear. These are the most comfortable lipsticks you will ever put on your lips. I mean, I'm saying that, I've not tried all the lipsticks in the world, but I've tried quite a lot, and these are just stunning. This is in the shade Atelier, which is my favourite shade. Not only are they super pigmented, not only are they super glossy, they are so hydrating and comfortable to wear. They feel like a lip balm, like a nourishing, moisturising lip balm. And when you have mature lips, as I do, anything that is hydrating is going to be preferable. These wonderful lipsticks are refillable, which just makes them all the more amazing in my eyes. And if you like a glossy lip but don't like the stickiness, then these are for you. They just feel like nothing on your lips. They're absolutely beautiful and would totally recommend. I can't do this video without recommending some MAC lipsticks. I went years and years without buying MAC lipstick, and then this year I've invested in 2 shades of the Luster collection. I think they might be a brand new collection, but correct me if I'm wrong. The packaging is a little bit different. It's glossy in comparison to, like, that's one of the old bullets. So these are more glossy. Absolutely love these 2 shades. I bought Thanks It's MAC, and I love this shade, which is Hug Me. So this is Hug Me here. That's Hug Me, and that's Thanks It's MAC. And again, I love these because they are really comfortable on the lips. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place for a matte lip. So if I'm throwing on a bit of red lipstick, I'm getting a matte formula. However, on a day-to-day basis, these in your handbag, good to go. feeling hydrated, feeling comfortable, not worrying about getting dry lips. They're amazing. These and the Dior will always be on my repurchase list. So I think that's everything. I could create a list that's twice, 3 times as long, but thinking about my current favourites and thinking about saving a little bit of money, those would definitely be on the top of my list. Have you already put in your Sephora order, or is there anything that you could recommend to me to pop on my list? I would love to hear all about what's in your basket and what you are going to be treating yourself to this Christmas season. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I really appreciate you being here. I post videos like this on a weekly basis, so if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do consider subscribing to the channel, because I would love to have you here. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video, but until then, take care and bye for now.